Anselmus Cur Deus Homo. Book First, Chapter 25. How man's salvation by Christ is necessarily possible. Answer. Is it not sufficiently proof that man can be saved by Christ, when even infidels do not deny that man can be happy somehow, and it has been sufficiently shown that, leaving Christ out of view, no salvation can be found for man, for either by Christ or by someone else can man be saved, or else not at all. If then it is false that man cannot be saved all, or that he can be saved in any other way, his salvation must necessarily be by Christ. Also, but what reply will you make to a person who perceives that man cannot be saved in any other way, and yet, not understanding how he can be saved by Christ, sees fit to declare that there cannot be any salvation either by Christ or in any other way? Answer. What reply ought to be made to one who ascribes impossibility to a necessary truth because he does not understand how it can be? Also, that he is a fool. Answer. Then what he says must be despised. Also, very true. But we ought to show him in what way the thing is true which he holds to be possible. Answer. Do you not perceive, from what we have said above, that it is necessary for some man to attain to felicity? For if it is unfitting for God to elevate man with any stain upon him, to that for which he made him free from all stain, lest it should seem that God had repented of his good intent, or was unable to accomplish his design. Far from is it impossible, on account of the same unfitness, that no man should be exalted to that state from which he was made. Therefore, a satisfaction such as we have above proved necessary for sin must be found apart from the Christian faith, which no reason can show, or else we must accept the Christian doctrine. For what is clearly made out by absolute reasoning out by no means to be questioned, even though be, the method of it be not understood. Boso, what you say is true. Answer. Why then do you question further? Boso, I come not for this purpose, to have you remove doubts from my faith, but to have you show me the reason for my confidence. Therefore, as you have brought me thus far by your reasoning, so that I perceive that man as a sinner owes God for his sin what he is unable to pay, and cannot be saved without paying, I wish you would go further with me and enable me to understand by force of reasoning the fitness of all those things which the Catholic faith enjoins upon us with regard to Christ, if we hope to be saved, and how they avail for the salvation of men, and how God saves man by compassion, when he never remits his sin, unless man shall have rendered what was due on account of his sin. And to make your reasoning the clearer, begin at the beginning, so as to rest it upon a strong foundation. Answer. Now God help me, for you do not spare me in the least, nor consider the weakness of my skill, when you enjoin so great a work upon me. Yet I will attempt it as I have begun, not trusting in myself but in God, and will do what I can with his help. But let us separate the things which remain to be said from those which have been said by a new introduction, lest by their unbroken length these things become tedious to one who wishes to read them.